My need is life or death. My need and my doing and my action are fully encompassing. And if I do not get them done, I lose my family.
Hi guys, Adam Lauder here. This is Victoria Ratermanis taking us inside the scene of the short film Lien, which is currently shortlisted for the Oscars, and you can find in the description section of this video.
Hi, I need 2 passports back for Gomez, Nina and Sophie Gomez, Gomez.
Let me check.
I need them back as soon as possible, please.
Watch this scene again, which immediately makes me so anxious. Usually you have a great director who will keep you in tune with where you are, what the given circumstances are. And sometimes, it's also up to you to pay attention to the context of what's happening. So like in this moment, especially starting this scene, I'm starting just in this room. I'm not doing the staircase run every time, but I know that I'm coming from sprinting on the staircase, missing the elevator, finding out that they're all going to be in the parking lot that I know we parked in, and knowing where that is and what I need to get is our passports, and I reminding myself of that. So there totally is a physical element to this of where I would stay moving and pacing and keep my heart rate up. Because I really do believe that as much as you can do all of your homework and know logically what there is, I think physically your body needs to be fully awakened to the given circumstances of where you are. You are active from the core, from your head to your toe. You're giving all of yourself to the moment to moment. And that can be hard sometimes, especially in film, because it can be stop and go. There are technicalities. Sometimes you are waiting a lot. So I have different things that allow me, just out of practice to stay fresh to the moment and to allow myself to not edit or judge, but to really be present in my need. And that is a strong enough need for me to push the elements. Now, the conflict in this scene for me in this role is that this character, I remember when I was fighting for this role, the one thing that I really enjoyed about, a tragic flaw in a person, but also something that most people would consider a very good thing, is that my character, I believe that if you do the right thing and you are a good person and you believe in the system, that it works. And this is a lesson in that not showing up. And it is my tragic flaw that I keep saying sorry and excuse me and trusting in it. And this scene is also a real breaking point for the character. I end up stealing those passports because I can't wait. I could either wait and lose my family, or I can take charge of the moment. So I really do think it's also a turning point for the character, which was really important for me to find that moment naturally where my impulse was to put my arm in there, and I don't care if I get arrested, I'm getting my daughter back, at least. The great part about this scene is that the actress that I was working with was so brilliant in her timing and her pace and her cadence, and we improvised a little bit of the action and the behavior, so it really gave me something to fight against, to be please listen to me, please help me, please, until I had to make the choice of okay, I can't get my activity done here, I can't get my doing done here, I have to take charge. I think there's other actors who are great at chit-chatting on set and then turning and doing their scene. I have always been in full belief that I don't need to squeeze or hold on to something, but I do need to set myself up for enough success that I can believe the moment that I'm in fully and not have to be paying attention to it. So even just being out of breath and having my heart racing, it was lucky enough that they trusted me as an actor to let me do what I need to do for the scene, and that they were smart enough directors to give us room to breathe and move realistically, but weren't indulgent in the moment or the desperation of it. There was no feeding to the audience she's really scared. It was really the reality of being in that office and cutting the visa line and having the extras stare at me, and I'm running up to them getting in the front and saying our name, and I know that there's probably a stack of Gomez, and watching her and recognizing my passports, knowing which ones were mine. And being able to grab them, and knowing how little time I had. When a great need meets a moment of conflict, of pushback, and a human tragic fall, you can't help but be changed in that moment. You can't help but follow through on what you need. Action and intention and letting go and watching and listening and knowing deeply what I need in the moment.